How's it going, everyone? It's past 3 o'clock and there's still no Joe Barry news, so it's looking like he's our defensive coordinator still. What a shock. But we are still going to talk about the playoffs because somehow the Packers control their own destiny for the most part. Not completely like before. We would have controlled our own destiny if we won the last 2 games, but unfortunately we lost, and yet the Packers still have a high chance of making the playoffs if, once again, they take care of their own business. So after the loss to the Bucs, we sit at 25% chance of making the playoffs as of right now. This is before the Seattle game tonight and any other possible variables that happen in the future. But going off of just if the Packers, if they win out and what games they win, increases their odds of making the playoffs as a wild card berth. So we play the Panthers next. If we were to win against the Panthers, our odds increase from 25% to 33% chance of making the playoffs. Now, if we beat the Panthers and the Vikings, our odds increase to 67%. And then if we win out, we have a 96 or 97, if you round up, percent chance of making the playoffs. So somehow, despite how bad it looks, we're 6-8, we still have a chance to kind of control our own destiny, win out, and most likely make the playoffs. Now, the reason why, since the Giants game was kind of like win and you're in, because it was pretty much a 99% chance that we'd be in the playoffs if we won out, and we're supposed to be on the easiest part of our schedule. Well, now that little buffer we had with those 2 games, considering we lost, that buffer's gone. Now, can we make the playoffs if we win 2 of the 3 games? Most likely not. So if we lose to the Panthers, our playoff chances drop down to 10%. But if we win against the Panthers, lose against the Vikings, and then beat the Bears, we still only have a 13% chance. So really, that game against the Vikings is the most critical one, and it'll be happening after the Panthers game. So first we got to beat the Panthers. But really, we should win the next 3 games if we want to have a high chance of making the playoffs, because the Vikings are still faltering a bit, and if they keep going downward and we win out, then we would kind of jump them and take their wild card spot, and depending on some other variables. And that'll change week to week. So, of course, I'll make a rooting guide of who we want to lose in the instance we want to make the playoffs. Now, being the NFC North title division winners, that's pretty much gone. It's gone. We needed to win out with the Lions kind of faltering along the road. And they took care of their business. They beat the Broncos. So, really, I wouldn't even think of us winning the title at this point. Making the playoffs, it already seems like an obscure thing to talk about at this current point, especially when our team is faltering and we just kind of want to lose to increase the odds of Joe Barry firing. But because there's a chance, it's best to look at what are the chances. But we still kind of wait for the Seahawks game and the outcome of that to see who we want to fully root for and which team losing gives us a better probability of making the playoffs and increasing our odds. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go. Please fire Joe Barry. Just do it already, please. I'm begging you. Just fire him. All right, that's it.